Hey everybody, Zach here. I'm with my son Ezekiel. He's biking and we were walking down this beautiful forest trail near our home in Ironton, Missouri, which is central Missouri. And I wanted to just go live and talk with you guys for a minute and kind of like open up my stream of consciousness about society and about modern life and the corruption of our world. It's a topic that I've been passionate about, like trying to resist the system and live a wholesome life. I've been passionate about this since like I became a young adult, and it seems like now the discussion. Yeah, Ezekiel.
That one was stinky.
Ooh, I was stinky over there. Well, let's keep on going then. Let's get down to that creek. I've been passionate about the idea of like resisting societal corruption since I was a young adult. It's actually one of the early things that like I don't know, encourage my like spiritual growth and my like transformation into a healthier diet and all of that. But now it seems like the way the world has progressed is like the topic of not only societal corruption has become like this really, really big topic on YouTube, but also there's all these little like, let's keep walking, Ezekiel, because these dogs are barking. There's a bunch of puppies over there, huh?
Yeah, that's a little puppy farm.
The little puppy farm over there. It's our friend who has a whole bunch of puppies. But yeah, there's so many like little sub niches in the discussion of like societal corruption now, and the red pill community is one that keeps popping up on my radar. That I'm not hip to most of their mentality, but I like the idea of like encouraging people to stand up strong and resist societal corruption and to try to achieve what they're able to achieve with their life here, you know, and try to actually do good things. So yeah, on that note, I want to just start kind of unpacking a little bit. Like the phrase the Babylon system, I put that in the title. And I use that term a lot. You guys have probably heard me use that. People that know me in person hear me use that. I used it before being Christian, but it's very much a biblical term, an Old Testament term. Without getting into it too much, Babylon system is referring to like the corrupt system that we live in, the corrupt false world that has so many snares. Oh, hey friend, thanks for watching. The corrupt world that's set up with so many snares and designed in a way that pretty much just like entraps us and keeps us grinding the gears, keeps us working under people, keeps us in a form of like a slavery of sorts, you know? And it's a real thing. You know, it's been a real thing all the way back to Babylon times in the Bible. That's where the term comes from in Old Testament. But in every generation since, there's always a version of the Babylon system. There's always a corrupt system that we're existing in. And most good people are just sort of at the whims of whatever the system is making them do. And we're having to fit into the forms of society. And it's just part of the human experience. It's part of the human dilemma. So, you know, on that note, there's a lot of different ways we can respond to it. You know, we can like a lot of the kind of like new age community and like the conspiracy culture community zooms in on the negatives and the fears and just pretty much amplifies it and makes like the ultimate boogeyman in our society. Yeah, Ezekiel, what's up?
What?
What is that?
A little house.
A little house. It might be like a little well house or something, huh? They got their well in there, maybe?
Oh, no.
Let's keep going down to the creek, buddy. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of people go too far into the extremes. One extreme is let's be totally afraid of everything in this world and let's like spend all our time developing these like metaphysical models of why like evil and corruption governs every level. And I have some friends that are like way too far down that path and it freaks me out. I love intense conspiracy ideas. I love talking intense metaphysical stuff. I'll hear it all out. But when I hear somebody really just harping on that repeatedly, this like everything's evil, everything's under control, everything's bad. Oh, David Icke. Okay, so yeah, see, he's a big name. I heard his name back in like 2005 and 2006 when I was in high school. No, I don't. I've never followed him. I don't really know anything about him. He seems more like a kind of figurehead for the system, in my opinion, like a counter narrative puppet. But I could be wrong on that. I'm not trying to cast a stone at David Icke. I honestly don't know that much about him. But that brings up a good point, though. In the modern world, the way things have evolved over the last generations, over the last, like, as the internet era has grown, it's just insane how much there is a narrative and a counter narrative And then like a counter narrative says he puts on 10-hour lectures. Oh man, yeah, I might have to catch up and see what old David Icke's up to nowadays. See if he is saying things that I agree with or not. So thank you for the input there. Um, but in our world, there's people that are like in support of the mainstream narrative, and then there's like the counter narratives. But then when you zoom out even further, you can see that some of those counter narratives are like woven in, like they're the controlled opposition sort of narratives, and like it's so freaky that we're entangled in so many like layers of this cultural mess, this dialogue coming from so many different angles, controlled opposition. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're on the same frequency as me. Oh, me and Ezekiel just got down to the creek. Stay away from the edge there. You're a safe amount though. Let's show everybody this creek. Beautiful, huh? You see any fish down there, Ezekiel? So yeah, we're just walking down the creek, just talking about life, talking about society and where we're at. I am not a red pill person, like I said before. I'm not here to get on that bandwagon at all, but I do like the idea of calling people to stand up in a corrupt system and make the best of their life. And I'm a small business owner. I've been running a small business for 10 years now, over 10 years, a little. And it's been successful, and I'm super grateful, and I'm passionate about people trying to step up and live a decent life and provide for themselves and to provide for others and be a support system amidst a fallen world. What is it? Oh man, a little string.
It's the elbow.
What is it?
It's the elbow. Do you see those things? Them have elbow inside of them.
Has what in it?
Elbow.
Elbow?
No. It's smoked stuff inside.
Oh. Okay.
And you can eat it.
Okay. Well, let's put that one back down. I think it's got little seeds in it too. So let's put that one back down on the earth. But yeah, guys, so Babylon system is always trying to grind us and trying to keep us underneath its heel in one form or another in every generation. In our current generation, we're living in like this weird techno rope course where technology just has so many tangled ropes in every direction, and all of us are like a cat in a ball of yarn, like a little kitten just snagged up in it. And I'm not above it. I'm not like, oh, I'm the truth here and I'm going to show you the way through it. I'm trying to enter in the discussion to help to kind of throw my 2 cents into it. You know, not directly at like red pill community, but just whatever. This whole societal discussion, societal corruption melting pot. I'm trying to get in the middle of that because I'm 35 now, and since I was 17, I've been trying my best to dig into this stuff, and this has kind of been. Oh, sorry, let me switch hands. I've been trying to dig into the center of this important topic, and to.
I don't see no fish.
You don't see any? Just a second, Ezekiel. I've been trying to tunnel my way through this society and find a decent way to live and develop, principles and a philosophy that's functional and able to get me from point A to point B through the society. And now, I've got a kid. You got a little sister too, right? Here, stay back from that edge. Don't be standing with your back to it. No. I guess you're safe. He's a 4-year-old. But I've got 2 kids, got a family. So I'm like seeing like the adult world now and like the reality of what it is to have people to provide for and how serious it is. And it hits my heart hard, not only because now I have a very important responsibility to provide for my children, but it just reflects the fact that there are so many people out in the world struggling and so many people with these responsibilities that I have or more responsibilities than I have. And it's so intense to think that they're a kitten caught in a ball of yarn too, just like me and like everybody else. And like, I love you guys and I want to do my part to help untangle. Here, let's stand back up. Let's keep walking. Let's go down to the farm field a little bit. You want to go down that road more? And then we'll turn back. But yeah, guys, I love you. I believe there is a way forward for you, for each and every one of you, between developing philosophical principles that will get you safely through this culture of this minefield that we're walking through, that we call our culture. With the right philosophies, you can get through there productively. And with the right motivations and mentalities, you can provide Thank you guys for the positive comments. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get on doing live like regularly because this is easier for me than all the note taking intense philosophy stuff I've been doing. That I kind of get anxious and drive myself crazy with the notes. So I'm trying to do the opposite here. What is it? There's a bunch of rocks. Here, let's get down to this farm real quick, Ezekiel. While I'm still making the video. When we're down, we'll walk to the end and then we'll come right back. But yeah, there is opportunity to not only get by in society, but to also thrive, you know. And I don't want, that's where it kind of, that's why I used red pill in the keyword is I'm not here to promote like a, you deserve to get with all these girls and you need to be making all this money. That's not me. I'm more here promoting like a virtuous life, but I am a very motivated person and I don't want to see everybody, I don't want Babylon to get everybody by the balls. I don't want everybody to be totally stuck in that ball of yarn and just like suffering, you know? And I really do know it's possible to get ahead of the curve a little bit. And it doesn't require any kind of like sketchy hustle or any kind of like debaucherous lifestyle, which I see in the red pill community quite a bit, and I'm not down with that. I'm not down with any of that. I think by building virtue and by building beautiful community and relations with good people that are founded on love and compassion, that we can find an opportunity. Hey, from Russia. Pleasant to see you and have you join us here. Thank you. Yeah, we can get ahead in this world, and that's kind of where I do merge into a little bit of that red pill discussion, is that you don't have to succumb to the nonsense of what the system is telling you. Whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, there is a way to step ahead of the curve and to get a little bit ahead of it and to provide for other people so that they can get 3 steps ahead of it, and so on and so forth.
So let's go to the little berries on it.
Oh, the berries? The juniper tree. Yeah, let's go check that out.
You read about the blueberries.
The other title I had in the video is dollar votes, and that's the only other thing I wanted to kind of touch on, because that's a very big idea at this point. Like 15 years ago, it seemed like it was pretty new, like nobody was really talking about that. I'm sure you guys have all thought about that now, that like in a capitalist society, you vote with your dollars, you know. So you can vote for a president or something, but what is even more functional in terms of rippling into society is voting with what you spend your money on. Like, what do you support and not support? And me, I was vegan for 13 years, very, very strict. I'm still trying my best to walk lightly on the earth, but from a lot of chronic health issues and stuff, I'm not currently vegan. And I know some of you guys are probably shocked by that or mad at me, but it's okay. And I would love to make more videos on that topic. But my point in saying this right now is that I have been extremely mindful about resisting supporting evil corporations. I've been extremely mindful about voting with my dollars and giving the finger with my dollars to what I consider to be evil corporations and mindless Babylon nonsense. And I would just kind of, yeah, like to encourage you guys to think about that. If you don't already, think about where you're putting your money and think about what you're supporting. What are you voting for? Like, what do you want the world to look like tomorrow? And are you spending money in that direction? Or are you giving money to some evil corporation that's going to do the exact opposite? Yeah, Ezekiel?
Is there another car coming? Get away.
Oh, yeah. You said if a car's coming, we'll have to get away? Safety tips with Ezekiel. If a car is coming, get out of the way. That's correct. We're gonna go over here and look at our juniper tree, and then we're gonna turn back, and I'll close down the live pretty soon here. But yeah, I wanted to just pretty much open up. Oh wow, look at all the berries, Ezekiel. These aren't gonna be ripe until autumn, but we can eat these. This is a medicinal, and actually, you viewers, you guys love all the raw vegan, super healthy stuff that I'm into. So this is a tree that is extremely rich in nutrition. You can't eat a whole lot of them at once, but yeah, juniper berries. We love these.
Well, you can actually peel
Real
these.
capitalism is earning the
Dad-
fruits of your labors. Yeah, I
Dad,
like that. I like that.
You can actually peel these and eat the little berries. You can actually do that. Because I tried. Let's see.
No, they're not ripe yet, buddy. Don't pull any more off. Let the tree keep building them. Put that one down on the ground because they're not ready yet. It's just like any other berries. It's not ripe all the way. Let's go ahead and start walking back down,
I
Ezekiel.
want a pack.
No.
I want a pack.
Don't pick them though. Let the tree keep ripening them, because the tree wants to put each little berry. The tree wants to put a bunch of vitamins and minerals in, so that it can feed some birds and feed humans and anybody later.
Well, I want to see us go to this way park. I think it.
You think you can have one? All right. The tree here. I'll take it. I'll get it. All right, let's start heading back, because mom's awake. She's calling us. She's trying to figure out what's going on. We're all the way down the road. All right, let's go. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. Please comment and subscribe and like the video if you liked the content. If you would like to bring my monologue in a certain direction, like if you want to hear more about the dollar votes, if you want to hear more about society corruption, if you want to hear more about healthy living or psychedelic plants or any of the stuff that I... Oh, bye-bye, trees. If you... Whatever you want to hear more about, please comment, and it will direct my consciousness in that direction. Because I have 3,000 subscribers on here, and I know I've got a diverse audience in here, and I'm trying to just meditate and pray on, like, where exactly can I bring the conversation that's going to really strike home with a lot of you guys. And that's why I'm doing this video, because it can't just be informational stuff about philosophy and metaphysics. It needs to be also like a real talk of, like, boom, here's life, here's what's tough, let's talk it out, you know. And I think I might be decent in that category, because I'm actually better at just talking and flowing than I am about, like, taking a bunch of notes and all that stuff. Like, I kind of overcomplicate the note-taking process. All right, Ezekiel, we're almost back. Let's keep going. Mom keeps calling me. I'm going to close down this live video and call her back so she don't get scared.
Dad,
Yeah.
so walk around that.
Did you build it? Okay, I'll walk around it.
I built it.
All right, and on a closing note, I want optimism. We live in a corrupt world. There's always a fallen system. There's always a bunch of bad guys. You know, Satan is always, like, lurking on the periphery, trying to get the better of us. Just stream when you want to share your experiences. We'll be here to talk to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to feel that embrace from the community. Like I said, I'm kind of an anxious person. I'm not anxious about what people think of me. I accept that I probably look like a fool to a lot of people, and that's okay. But I'm anxious on the intellectual element of it. I can get insecure about if I'm rambling or if I'm saying things effectively and all of that. But yeah, I want to see you guys get ahead in this world. I want to see you stand above the fear. I would like to encourage you towards a faith and hope that is bigger than fear, and a virtue that is strong enough that you are willing and that you are confident in your ability to push through the muck of our society, to push through and past all of the evils of this world. Because the thing is if you don't have on the armor, if you don't have virtuous armor, like the armor of God figuratively, if you don't have that on when you're out walking through this world, it's only a matter of time before somebody puts you in a situation where you've got to submit to their BS, submit to their toxicity in order to get by and to keep going. But the more that you're founded on virtue and the more that you have principles in your heart, the more that you will see how to navigate those crossroads in a very meaningful way. And the Babylon system doesn't ever have to get the better of you. It doesn't ever have to get the final say, you know? Like, we've always got an opponent. There's always, you know, Satan on the periphery trying to get the better of us, but we don't have to succumb to it, you know? We don't have to be sellouts. We don't have to do any of that, you know? And that's what I'm passionate about, is, like, I've been trying to not be a sellout for a long time now, like 18 years. Like, more of my life I've been trying to be real than I was just going with the flow. You know, I've been paying attention for 18 years now, and it's kind of freaky to even say that. Like, time flies, you know? But yeah. We really do live in a beautiful world, and God has given us so much profound opportunity here, walking the earth. And even in our modern society, man, as the darkness gets louder, the opportunity to show light, the opportunity to show light and to show meaning in the world also increases greatly. Yeah, Zico.
Go.
Hmm?
Go.
Hmm?
I said, please go.
Oh yeah, no, we are going. We're almost back. But yeah, like think about this on a closing note, okay? I've always considered part of like God's thumbprint on reality is that part of how we see evidence for the goodness of Creator is that when things get dark and things get messy in a society, the natural inclination of our hearts is to want to turn away from it, you know? But if you see good things, if you see people blessing each other and changing each other's lives in a good way, your heart draws you to that. You're inclined to want to get closer to that. You're inclined to be close with those people and trust those people and everything. So as Babylon roars and creates this technocracy or whatever they call it, where it's like surveillance and misinformation and counter narratives and all of this kind of stuff, the more that we can notice the monster rising up in the shadows, the more that our hearts, the more that God will naturally give us fuel to resist that and fuel to build something beautiful. And then when other people see that beauty, that will inspire them and ripple out. And I hope that this video is one little version of that beautiful ripple. You know, I'm trying to create a monument to the potential for peace and hope and faith and all of this stuff. And I hope that this is a good starting point for building that, you know, or one contribution to building that, which other people have already built, you know, over time. Like my little stone on top of the structure representing standing against the corruption of our world, and not standing against it in fear where it's like, oh no, it's an evil world. Like standing against it in confidence and in faith, knowing that this is, oh my gosh, squirrels are all going wild over there. Standing against it in faith and standing against it with confidence and with ambition to not only just get by, but to change the world and crush the system crush the negativity of the system. I'm not talking like anything violent or revolutionary. I'm talking about like grassroots, building good businesses, voting with your dollars, living with purpose, all that stuff, you know, starting a family if that's what you're called to, you know, or just building yourself to where you are an integral part of the community family. Be a virtuous person, and that will outlast the struggles of Babylon, because Babylon has nothing against people who are strong and confident and sticking together. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. I will jump back on here sometime in the next week and start flowing again. And I've got some notes on a bunch of philosophical stuff too, and I look forward to sharing that with you all very soon. So God bless you all. I pray that you have an amazing day and that you're led forward in the best possible ways to promote prosperity and love and goodness for you and your community.